Hello Taurus, welcome back to Pathman Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Taurus, just a minute ago, I started your bi-weekly read. I got a call that interrupted it. And it was nonsense, complete nonsense. It was just a whole thing, and I left the cards on the table, but I was like, no, like we need to reshuffle. Spirit's like, reshuffle. So we're gonna reshuffle. So Taurus, once again, I'm gonna say this on repeat here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node placements. This is your weekly or your bi-weekly read. We're gonna see what comes up. I'm gonna make the intro short. Just a quick thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, booked personal reads with me. If you are interested in a personal reading, that information can be found, in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on. Let's try this again. Round 2, see how far we get. Hydromancy illusions. Hang tight, Taurus, jeez. All right, let's see. It's third time a charm. Taurus, you may be trying to do something and things are just like it's been one thing after another kind of feel. This illusion's underlying that is the healing card of crystals. You got the magic and the power in your hands here, Taurus, for the next couple of weeks. But it's also going to require that clear quartz is about getting clear. It's clarity. It's associated with all the chakras, and primarily the crown chakra. Lapis lazuli as well, and snowflake obsidian. So protection. Lapis is tied to the throat chakra as well. So, you know, there could be something about speaking a truth, getting clear on your truth. The energy the last time I started, it was like somebody was like trying to, I don't know, kind of come in. It was about paying attention to your intuition. You know, I was beginning to talk about your intuition, how it's silent. Like you could just be downloads and communication, you know, only you can hear from spirit and things like that. So kind of a quick gist of it. We'll see what comes out. And I apologize for the coughing and the sniffling. The weather changed abruptly here and it's raining hell on me. So my apologies ahead of time here. All right, Spirit, for Taurus for the next 2 weeks, what do they need to know? Finances. I remember saying some of you might be taking a new job, so there could be finances, work problems, money, success, fortune, money problems as well at this time. Some of you could be trying to heal your finances. Some of you may have fines or something to pay. The law is here. I'm also hearing work restrictions. So this could be around government. We know the government is shut down right now, so that could be affecting your pay or however you are receiving that. Anything else, Spirit? Hot. Coming out sideways in sacrifice. Some of you could be making significant career changes in the very near future, something that's going to be more aligned with you. So I'm going to tell you, if you're like part of the shutdown and you're like, I need to get a job, I need to figure something out. I don't know how all that works, by the way. Any pause could be pushing you towards what you need to go to versus what you have been doing for a very long time. Some of you could have issues around money right now, having, you know, more. I don't feel like they're I don't really think it's like a mismanagement of money, but it's like where the money needs to go, maybe more than you're bringing in at this time too. So it's like you could have bigger things coming up that you need to pay attention to, and it's like, well, how do I solve this problem with that going on and taking care of life on the daily and all those kinds of things. So it's going to require a lot of dedication on your part. You may not know how this works out for you. You may feel like you're missing out on certain things and or opportunities as a result of this. So just a heads up, right? Taurus, you get that card of money quite a bit. Well, that's you, right? That's the Pentacles. For Taurus here, Spirit, what do they need to know around finances at this time? Hangman. Being caught in limbo, right? Nine of Swords. Four of Pentacles, holding on to your money, trying to manifest your way out of a particular situation at this time as well. Ace of Pentacles. Spirit saying wishing for a handout or something that's going to change it. You may be So sorry. King of Swords, Two of Cups. You could be working on healing your finances at this time, whether this is investments, this is talking to an advisor, an accountant, CPA, whatever it might be, about how do I do the next thing? Because I do feel like there are burdens tied, and I think somebody may be laying out on the table to you what your options are, what you need to like get past, you know, like say if you're looking at a mortgage, like getting your credit score up or things like that. But there's something around this that does give way to something a little lighter coming through here before long. So I'm going to clarify that Ace of Pentacles. What is that Ace of Pentacles here, Spirit? You could have been kind of going back and forth with, healing around your finances, Temperance. Since about, I don't know, Pisces season could have taken a toll on you when it comes to finances. But Virgo season, though, too, things may have seemed to be improving, but not quite gotten their mojo back to where it once was or something like that. Eight of Pentacles is important. You continuing to work through any challenges that are coming. But Spirit, if you're working hard to make it right, Four of Pentacles, Spirit's like, just hang on. We've got you. Healing. Two of Cups again. Different deck. We're bringing things in to support, or people maybe to support what you're trying to accomplish at this time. So don't give up yet. Like keep going, because it's like every little bit that you do does help to rebalance those things in your life. This Hangman, Spirit, Seven of Cups. I just said there could be a lot of different things going on right now. It's like, where do I give it to? Fantasy versus reality, what I'd like to do versus what I can do at this time. Again, Two of Cups showing up. So you're going to figure it out before long. It's a constructive, you could just be getting lessons around finances as a whole. But I also feel like for some of you, you could be holding back money from somebody. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. Like, they might be bringing in some kind of love or some kind of offer if you're dealing with another person on a personal level. But love doesn't pay the bills. It's kind of how it feels to me about that, okay? So you could be holding back, not spending right now while you're trying to clear these things up. I want to say the Two of Pentacles. It's not even here, but that's juggling, right? Juggling the resources and finances, responsibilities around things. This could pertain to a mother and a child, specifically the High Priestess, not knowing what avenue to take next. It's like somebody keeps like offering love and not the money. Like, that sounds kind of shitty in a way as I say that. But again, it's like, okay, great, there's this, but that doesn't take care of the expenses. So there's something about that, Taurus, and I'm not quite sure why that's coming out the way that it is, but let's see here. Spirit, what else on this particular aspect for Taurus right now? Intuition. They're different card, or different deck, same card though. Intuition. The red flags, pardon the chaos in the background. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. Somebody could be trying to smooth things over where they're holding back finances from you as well at this time. You want to pay attention. Mercury retrograde, so there's communication issues. Somebody, it's fated. Whatever this is, there's a fate element to this around, I'm going to call it contractual obligations to money or the people in your life, on how you relate to them with money as well. It's very interesting. A lot of financial planning and advice needs to be had here, Taurus, okay? As far as the law goes, what is this about for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? King of Cups. There comes that love again. Queen of Swords tried to pop out. Four of Cups. You're not having something. Knight of Cups comes out again. Taurus. The Three of Swords in reverse. It's like somebody's trying to fix something. Trying to balance something out. Ten of Pentacles. Taurus, I would say to you, you better be careful about who you're dealing with when it comes to your finances, because even though that Three of Swords is in the reverse, so that's healing, right, working past it, the Ten of Pentacles is like they're in the Ten of Swords. Five of Wands. There's competition and strife over money in a household or a dynamic here. And it's like, well, I'm doing this, I care, I whatever, but Okay, great. What about the finances? There's something very significant around money at this time. Give me 1 second. Okay, my apologies. I had to rope the kid in there for a minute. What is this King of Cups, Knight of Cups when it comes to the law? This is like somebody who's used to charming their way out of situations is really what I want to say to that. The Lovers. Choices. The Ace of Cups. Taurus, there's a lot of love in a situation. A lot of emotions. Your emotions could be tied to your money. Somebody else's emotions could be tied to your money and what they think they're going to gain from you. Again, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, you may have taken on the role of being like the home caretaker, like the, housewife, house husband, whatever. And then you've got the one person who's out working and doing the things, being the breadwinner. So a very traditional Taurus, Hierophant kind of vibe there. So while maybe the emotional side of something is balancing out, the financial side of something seems to be, I don't know if I want to say decreasing, but it's not what it once was either. What is this Three of Swords in reverse about, Spirit? It's a little weird. It's a weird reading. Nine of Wands. The World card. So something here is coming to completion. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you, Taurus, I usually read you as the King of Pentacles. So we got Virgo, Capricorn here, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Virgo, and Pisces again. Sag energy as well. There's a lot here on the table for you right now. Let me see here. Eight of Wands sideways, Three of Pentacles. Taurus, what a spread. You guys dumbfound me sometimes. This is almost like who has more to offer. What has more to offer? When I see that Eight of Wands sideways, that's shit going downhill. At least the way that it fell. Those wands are going straight to the ground. It's everything going straight to the ground. Three of Pentacles, there's that Virgo energy, Ace of Wands. You may end up choosing to work with somebody else. You may not be happy with investments that you've made in the past as well, so you may be changing the people that you're working with when it comes to finances or your stability. But something here is coming to a close. What is coming to a close, Spirit? What is coming to a close for Taurus? Commit. Oh. Taurus, I'm gonna put it to you this way. If you have married or committed yourself to a relationship for the sake of money, it's probably coming to an end. It's like, what are we buying? What are we doing? Who are we doing it with? I'm hearing you can't keep it secret anymore. So somebody could have some financial dealings that you don't know about or didn't know about. There's something that the Lovers is choice, right? It doesn't have to be another person, but there's cause for concern. There's some energy, finances, resources, effort, time, attention that's being given elsewhere. And this may have been going on for some time, and you're like, I'm really over it. I'm really over this. I don't want to continue to do this or be a part of this. And the reality of it is kind of coming to light if you've got somebody else who's doing the spending. It's tired of carrying the burden, like you've probably been whipped pillar to post. For some of you, the law could also be trying to, I'm going to even say this to you, Taurus, right? And, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I'm hearing trying to get your act together as well. because you could have somebody on your heels watching you and going, what are we doing? Some of you could have recently brought new pets into the home. That's an extra expense, an extra burden as well. A pet could be leaving the home as too. It's like anything you have to take care of that's become an additional burden has got to go. This hot and explosive card comes out sideways. That to me is kind of like a tower moment in this deck. What is this hot explosive card about, Spirit? What is this about? I just heard times of change from Spirit, the Six of Pentacles. It's time for someone else to start giving. It's time for someone else to start doing their part and share. Five of Wands, but not without a fight, right? It's like everybody could be fighting over assets, money, names on things. I mean, it screams divorce. I'm just going to be honest with you. The Hermit, you've learned enough from this experience. So why would you stay in it? Taurus, for some of you, I feel like a few of you have already kind of come out of this, and there you are, Knight of Pentacles. You're reaching for the other side. You're reaching for conclusions elsewhere. And it's like hoping, wishing, praying. There you are again, the Hierophant, Knight of Swords. For some kind of resolution to a situation. So, the Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Spirit. Eight of Pentacles. Like, you just continue to work. I'm hearing and aspire to be more, trying to perfect stability, but this is also about not letting somebody else, the Hangman again, affect your stability. The Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like maybe some of those, and the Nine of Wands again, Jesus. You've got three nines here, the Nine of Cups. Three of Cups. This is like, step by step, Taurus, you're getting to a place where you're not allowing other things or other people, outside circumstances, to affect what you are creating, building, money, wealth, security, prosperity. And I feel like whether you know it or not, you're getting closer by the work that you're doing. So Spirit wants you to keep doing what you're doing as long as it's showing positive results. Because Six of Swords, that is, you know, it's like a rite of passage. You're moving into calmer waters. It's a transition to where things get easier. The Lover's card and the Tower, I said that's like the Tower. You're going to have a choice to have to make here, Taurus, around what changes need to be made, and it may pertain to your partnerships, your relationships. Three of Pentacles, again, who you're investing and working with, and really laying down the boundaries. Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Ace of Wands. It's like everything, too, Spirit is saying, is coming out in sequence. So it's like, you know, you work towards, we'll say, a particular goal, you get to that, and you're like, now this thing needs to change. I got to work towards that goal. This needs to change. Some of you, it could be working on paying off debt. So it's like, you know, I'm going to start with the smallest credit card bill, knock it out, got that done, work on the next thing. You know, interest might be the devil in the situation as well. But it's like you're slowly working towards, and it may feel like as much as you are working towards the next thing, there's like one more thing being thrown at you, or one more step to have to try to overcome and you know, jump the hurdles of all of this. I do think that you will in time, but something here has got to go. So what is it that's got to go? Air sign, Gemini. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's probably where you're bleeding, literally challenges. That's probably where you're bleeding things. That's where, you know, this person could very much be at a distance, but look at that gold digger. They need more from you. They want more from you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. What do they want with Taurus? For some of you, you could have had some weird contract with them in the past, and now they're like, they want payback on something as well. So just a heads up on that. But their go-to, and I think I started to say this in the original read. No, I said it here too. In the original read that I started, it's like they've got a lot of love to give, and they're looking to you for the money. I don't think the traditional value right now is working out the way you thought it would or the way they thought it would. It's a little bit different. The viewpoint around it is different, what stability and security looks like. And for some of you, you're going to, either if you've not created distance between yourself and this person, you will. It's like they're looking at you to solve their problems. Their problems are not yours, even if you are married. Like if they have a spending habit, they need to fix it. you know, you're going to have to make some strong decisions around what this person is doing and how it's affecting you moving forward, okay? So, goodness, what a read. Advice for Taurus here, Spirit. Advice for Taurus. Holy smokes. Not quite the reading I was thinking about getting. Addiction comes out sideways in separation. So it's like you're one half of the problem, they are one half of the problem. Separation, uncertain future about where we go from here and how do we remain happy through a challenging time. So separation could very well be on the table here, Taurus. Past ideas, learning from the past. Some of you, I said, have already been through this. I feel like a handful of you, not everybody. But you've already learned from the past, so you know what to watch for, what to look for as to whether or not how it's going to affect you. Shock. That is somebody's behavior. You know, you may get news or information around it. They may come home and go, oh, Hannah, you know, I bought a new car today. And you're like, well, wait a minute. You know, you're having this and this happen, but you just went out and bought a new car. Like, what are we doing here? We can't afford that kind of thing. You're gonna enter this new phase of change with new, I'm going to say new soulmates, people that are actually going to help you evolve what it is that you're going through at this time, and it's going to help you release these financial woes or these situations that you're going through. But it won't be long, but you also have to cut out the problem. You know, if you're addicted to buying purses and shoes, stop buying purses and shoes until you get things more stable. You know, it's that kind of stuff. But Taurus, like, finances are a big thing for you over the next 2 weeks, so pay attention. That's primarily in your energy right now. So I'm sending you all so much love. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads are open and available. Again, that information is found in the description box below. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Take care. See you soon. Bye.